about James Harden, there's a couple of possibilities out there. I know most people are expecting some type of 3-year deal that's going to be backloaded, so the Sixers can have more flexibility this year. Austin Krell examined something that makes you think that the Sixers could sign a 1-year deal with James Harden for lesser money and then negotiate after next year, which is a pretty good play for James Harden. Because think about this for a second. James Harden could play on a lesser deal this year for the Sixers, giving them that flexibility, which they've used already to get PJ Tucker, for instance. But he could use that 1 year to not only help the Sixers win, but also elevate his own game to the point of having a better team around him so they can get farther in the playoffs. And if he's a big cog in the wheel of that machine, he's going to be looking pretty good next offseason. If it's not a choke job by James Harden, if he doesn't disappear in the fourth quarter, if he plays the role of facilitator, and he can show you that he can help another team win a championship, then the Sixers might not be in the long-term plans of James Harden. Maybe he signs a 1-year deal at a low price and then ends up going out there and cashing in next offseason for one last deal. Now, I would like to think that he just wants to stay in Philadelphia and, he'll do this year and then, take, maybe a 2 or 3 year deal next year, which still I wouldn't be crazy about. But if they show that they can win together, then yes, you're going to try to keep that going as long as possible. But if he's also going to look to cash in and make up the money that he might be losing out on this year, I think Woj was examining this yesterday as well, then the Sixers might have an all-in year right now. And that's certainly what it's amounting to. You go and get PJ Tucker at 37 years old, give him $33 million over 3 years. And it's a win now move. But it could be win right now and not even, all right, let's give this a year and then see how it goes next year as far as James Harden is considering. So in other words, James Harden could be looking at this as, okay, let me not cash in now with the Sixers as far as money goes. Let me cash in as far as a chance to win goes. And then after that, I'll see how far I can help take this team and then maybe cash in next offseason. Because that might come to a point then, if Tobias Harris is still here as well, that James Harden might be looking around going, well, they just can't pay me what I want to be paid and what might be my last, and most likely my last contract, my last big contract as a basketball player. Now, as I pointed out to you before, James Harden has made $227 million in his career. That's a lot of money. So it's, especially when it's not your money and you're looking at it, that's a lot of money. I have no idea what his financial status is. I have heard of plenty of people that have not handled their money well and need to keep playing as long as possible. I'm going to go ahead and assume that James Harden is not in that category. But here's the thing. No matter how much money you have, a lot of times you just want more of it. And if James Harden is in that category, then it could very well be his last year with the Sixers. And then he could be looking to cash in elsewhere after this season. That's not a terrible business strategy. Help a team win, taking the discount price and all that stuff by winning now. LeBron James did it when he was in Miami to help pay everybody else. He's done it at other points in his career. And right now, James Harden could be doing it here in Philadelphia. Kevin Durant did it when he went to the Warriors to make sure that he won, and he did. A lot of people have done it. Not a lot, but people have done it. Maybe this is that year for James Harden, and then he's going to cash in elsewhere.